Yo, what's going on, everybody? Just want to thank you all for joining for another episode of the Simple Habits, Great Results podcast. First and foremost, I always want to thank you all for viewing, your comments, your likes, your subscribes, shares, everything. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I really appreciate it. Like I said in the last video, I'm going to continue to do this because this is my passion, but it really helps me to continue to push forward and keep doing the things that I do whenever I see you all liking, subscribing, and commenting. So keep it up. Let's grow this community, let's grow this family, and hopefully we can change somebody's life. But with that being said, today's episode of the podcast is not necessarily a recap, but it is a kind of like a tips on how to go on vacation. Maybe you're aware of this or maybe you're not, but January 9th and 10th are my wife's birthday. I'm not gonna give her an age, and our anniversary respectively. So we celebrated her birthday and our 4 years of being married this past week, and we actually went on a cruise, which was my first time doing, and it was an amazing experience. So we're just gonna kind of go over how we managed to like really not gain any weight. I think I gained 2 pounds on the trip and she maybe gained 3. But so this is going to be essentially just how we managed to do that. So on the flip side of the musical intro, we are going to get into the podcast. All right. So like I said, we went on a cruise this past week and it was an amazing time. We ate a lot of food from anything from, I want to say we had pizza, Mexican. We drank way more than we typically do because we don't drink a lot, but we had a lot of different things, and I gained 2 pounds and I'm pretty sure she gained about 3, give or take, but we just had an amazing time. We ate whatever we wanted to eat and it was just amazing. So the first thing that we will talk about as far as how to navigate a cruise or any vacation is having a foundation put in place. When I say foundation, me and my wife, we literally consistently work out two, no, I'm sorry, no, 3 to 5 days a week. Like religiously, we're in the gym or we're doing something at home 3 to 5 days a week. And because, well, for one, we love it. And we've been doing that since we met, to be honest with you, and I've been doing it a whole lot longer than that, being that I was a CrossFit instructor and everything. So that is our foundation, and that's a benefit to us when it comes to going out of town because what happens is our bodies think of food as fuel. Our body uses the food that we use as fuel in order to help us recover from the past workout and get us ready for the next workout. And we've trained our bodies to be that way. So we can almost get away with eating anything and it's not going to turn into excess fat, or which makes it hard to grow, gain weight for me. But it helps us to keep our metabolism up so that we can continue to do the things we need to do because our body knows that, hey, this food that we're using is for our next workout, and it's also to help us recover from the last one. So that's where our foundation is. And even if you have a trip planned for within the next 6 months or so, you'll be amazed at what you can do starting today that's going to help your body get to that point to where it uses the food as fuel instead of storage. All right, so that is the first thing. You have to have a solid foundation because if you don't, your house will fall, i.e., you're going to go out of town and gain a bunch of weight. Now, before we get into our next tip, here is a message from our sponsor. So this video is brought to and sponsored by us. Yay! At HPR Health and Nutrition. Well, we are your go-to stop for nutritional plans, for weight loss, weight gain, performance for athletes, just any and everything that you need to help you get to your goals. We are your go-to people for nutritional advice and everything. Peace. Peace. Yeah, look it down. Yeah, look it down. Look it down. Peace. All right.
Looks like a 2.
Since our foundation is built on exercise, that's the next tip. My next tip is to be active in the morning. Every morning, with the exception of the day we got there and the day we left, we actually woke up around 8:30, 9 o'clock and went to the gym. Granted, I have never worked out in a gym like this to where I looked out the window and saw the ocean. So we got on the treadmill, we did a little bit of a run, and then we hit some of the machines and got a little bit of a pump, so to speak, going. PG, of course, a pump going, and that kind of just allowed our bodies to get primed and ready for all the food that we were going to intake. Maybe not the alcohol, but it allowed our bodies to be ready to receive food for the sake of, hey, I know we're going to work out tomorrow, and I know we have to recover from this workout that we did too. Now, it wasn't anything strenuous or anything like that, like a CrossFit workout where you're laying in a pool of your own sweat, but it was just something that kind of got our bodies revved up and ready to go. So if you're going out of town, make sure that early in the morning, if you can, do some type of activity, do some type of workout that'll kind of help your body get ready and primed for the day ahead. And speaking of activity, the next thing that we did was we walked everywhere. I can't stress that enough. Like, I averaged probably around 15,000 steps every day of our trip because we walked everywhere. Like, when we got on the boat, we walked. When we got off the boat, we walked. If the elevator was too crowded, we took the stairs. We probably took the stairs, if I had to guess, probably around roughly 12 to 13 times. And we were on deck 11 while everything else that was exciting was on deck 5. So sometimes we were going all the way up from 5 to 11. And man, when I tell you my heart rate and breathing was through the roof, whew, that was a good workout. But basically what that did was, again, it allowed the food that I gave my body during the day to help me recover from all the things that I'm putting it through. The more active you are, the more you will need in order to help your body recover. The more active you are, essentially the more you can eat in order to help you get through the rest of the day. So be more active, not necessarily just on vacation, but in your regular life too, because that's going to help you stay in a calorie deficit. The more active you are, the more your body is going to need in order to help you keep going. And speaking of eating whatever we wanted, like I said, we ate a lot of pizza, a lot of Mexican, went to a Brazilian steakhouse, a lot of sweets, and a lot of drinks. But when we fixed our plates for the main courses, like the breakfast, lunch, and dinners, we loaded up with protein first, okay? So we're talking about your eggs, your omelets, your bacon, your chicken sausage, which was amazing, your steak, chicken, fish, all those things. We loaded up with those first and let everything else follow. Because if you don't know, when you prioritize protein, you feel fuller faster. So prioritize protein. Even if you're not on vacation or on your day-to-day basis, prioritize protein. Eat that first, and it'll help you feel a little bit fuller faster so that you don't necessarily have to eat everything that's on your plate. So if you're trying to get into a calorie deficit, that is a great tip in order to help you get there. Eat your protein first. So we loaded up with protein, and then after that, it was the French toast, which was spot on. I mean, it was amazing. It was a great French toast. Then we had our muffins. Then, like I said, we had pizza. We had chips and salsa, and just any and everything that they offered. We tried it. But first and foremost, we ate our protein. Along with the protein, we drank a ton of water. Like I said, we don't drink a lot in our household, but so when I say that we had 2 to 3 drinks a day, that's a lot for us. It's really a lot because we don't drink a lot. And I'm surprised my wife didn't get silly on the. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But we drank a lot of water. That was the main staple outside of coffee and the alcohol. Water was with every single meal and even after every single meal because we're in a new place. We may sweat a little bit more because of the humidity, and just the atmosphere in the environment. So we need to stay hydrated for one. And two, again, it just helps your muscles function properly. It helps the food that you're eating. It helps that go to the places that's supposed to go to. And it just allows you to feel fuller. So we drink a lot of water, stay properly hydrated. And after that, only thing else is, hey, once we got back, not the day after, because we got back on a Friday. Saturday, we had pizza. It is what it is. But Sunday, we were right back to where our normal routine was. So wherever your normal routine is, get right back to it. Because the weight that you gain while you're on the cruise, like the weight that we gain, is not really actually true weight. It's more inflammation than anything. So when you think about it, if you get back to your regular scheduled program, that inflammation just goes away. The next thing you know, bam, you drop 3, 4, 5 pounds. Because by now, like my wife weighed this morning and she was back at her normal weight. You know why? Again, we got back to our regular routine of eating and exercise. So we didn't really pack on any pounds. Ate whatever we wanted. Ate more sweets than we've had in like probably our whole marriage. And we did not pack on much weight at all. And by the time this recording will come out, we are back at our normal weights, ready to go out and do the things that we typically do. So just to recap everything, make sure that you set a solid foundation before you go on your cruise or on your vacation. Make sure that you actually get some type of exercise in or activity in before you start your day in order to get your body primed and ready. Make sure that you are prioritizing walking and being more active while throughout the day to make sure that your food is being used as fuel. Making sure that you prioritize protein, drink your water, and once you get back to your regular scheduled program. All right, so I think January 31st, you will see a new face on here. It's gonna be a little different because my oldest son is not with me right now, but we're gonna have him on the podcast. I'm really excited about it. I'm actually going to tag him into this, and hopefully you guys can go over and check out his little YouTube page. You don't have much up there yet, but we're looking to improve that. So January 31st, we are going to have a father-son conversation, and we're going to do that every month towards the end of the month. So I'm really excited about that because I just want to see what my son has to bring to the table. So I hope everybody creates themselves a great day. Don't be afraid to go on vacation because you can stay consistent and you can keep track on your goals if you do it the smart way. All right, make good choices, create yourself a great day, and we'll see you later. Peace.